Hello again, everyone. How are we doing today?
I think we should just be honest. We're not doing well.
Yes, we are not. This is like the 8th attempt of trying to record.
That's an exaggeration. This is the 4th.
The 4th attempt. We cannot seem to get this episode recorded.
Well,
we have a trip coming up in 2 days. We have to get 3 episodes done before then, and I have to edit them and have the clips ready to go because I won't be able to do that on the trip. And we did not time manage very well. We should have probably done these episodes last week before the wedding.
Yeah.
Which has happened over this weekend. And we also got the couch. Wedding was good. I had a little Pussycat Dolls dance that I did with my uncles and cousins, which everyone found hilarious. And the speech went well. Everyone seemed to be very impressed with my speech, so that was good because I had rehearsed it in my mind and in many car rides. So it went well.
And to me.
And to you, how did you like it?
It was good. I think it was a tear jerker, a laugh jerker, and a jerk off everything.
I don't know about the jerk off part, but yes, it did well. But today's episode, we are going to cover what is on our minds and what made this podcast or this episode so stressful to record, and that is
It's me.
stress.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot on our plates to do in the next 2 days that we've got to cram.
Well, that's what you have to do. We haven't even touched on what I have to do.
What do you have to do?
I have...
What's your list? Let them know your list of things you've got to get done.
It's not even a list of things that need to get done. It's just my life. Everly has broken her tooth.
Yeah, we found out Everly went for her routine teeth cleaning today.
And she has a broken tooth, and now she has to go under, and I'm just stressed because she's old. I don't want anything to happen to her, and I just want to spend time with her, but I can't because we're going on this trip. And then my grandma's in the hospital getting a procedure tomorrow too, and I just can't even go see her because I just started at this job and I'm leaving on this vacation, and so I'm gonna have to go tomorrow at like 10 at night just to go to say like goodnight to her, and that's it.
It's okay.
And then Jones wants to film the podcast, and I'm clearly not in the mood emotionally, and I'm just exhausted from the weekend. And so this is what you're gonna get. I'm fucking vulnerable.
We have not been able to get on the same page.
And work
she
is
was
stressful.
energetic a minute ago, and then I wasn't. And then I was energetic, and then she wasn't. It's just the way it rolls.
It's just a lot, and like I have to let it out. And so like for me, when I'm stressed, I have to cry. First of all, I just like lets it out. And then thank God I have these fake eyelashes on because they don't have to worry about mascara running.
Thank God for that. Amongst all of this, thank God for those eyelashes. That is clutch.
And then I just like, when things are shitty, I have to like take control where I can, and like, so I'm like focused on getting things ready for the cruise. I'm focused on like packing to distract my mind, and I can't have like a messy house when everything else is crumbling. At least if things are clean, something in my life is right, and that's something I can take control of and just get out of the way, you know? And people think I'm crazy, but it really helps me. So
what happens in your mind when you get overwhelmed with stress?
it just feels like...
Like, what's your thought process as the stress accumulates?
Well, what I have to do first is implode. And that's when I just cry. And I let it out. And I usually like to set a timer and just like really release. And usually there's alcohol involved, which I know isn't productive, but it's just how I can deal. I have to have my dog with me, obviously. She's the best thing in my life and just helps me with my stress. But yeah, and then I just think, okay, now that I've like exploded everything out, what's the next thing that I can do to like be accountable and make moves and not just, I don't want to just dwell in my sadness, you know, like of course you should take the time to let it out, but I just don't want to sit there. So that's why cleaning is always my go-to, because it takes my mind away, and like it's the fastest way to see tangible results and feel like I did something and I I can see I cleaned, it's clean. So now I can move on to the next thing. Or like with our cruise, I just have to like go through my list of things and kind of distract myself. But I don't know, for you it's clearly very different. But I do appreciate you today. You helped me, asked me what you could do to help me. And you took out the trash and you cooked dinner and you did the dishes and all the things that you could help with while I just like handled our cruise documents. And
see, the way I see it is she overwhelms herself with stuff that doesn't need to be on the stress list, and it adds more to the already overflowing stress list, which is what causes her to keel over and get overwhelmed like this.
Yeah, but if I don't have control over Everly or my grandma or like
I'm not talking about
my
it.
job.
That's the necessary stress list.
Yeah,
on top of that, you add like random cleanings and all
but
this other
that's
stuff.
how I gain control over my life and stop feeling like I'm in this whirlwind of this shithole traveling through someone's butthole.
That's what your stress feels like, traveling through a butthole?
Yeah, see, that's why I have to clean.
You gotta clean the butthole.
The shit is coming at me. I gotta clean it up.
It's supposed to be a lot of bleach.
Shit happens and you flush. But for me, flushing means with the Clorox.
And bleach.
Well,
Clorox is bleach. That's right. That's right. Yeah, for me, stress, let's see. I have two ways I handle it. I either just get quiet and I just implode in myself, or I just kind of just push through it and I just hunker down. I figure out what's the first available thing I can do and just start going through that checklist. And I just keep going.
if that's the same thing that I do.
I know, but we go about it differently. I try to get started right away on the most important task and go from there.
I just do what I can in the moment, and when my mind is overflowing, sometimes I can't do the most important thing because it's not as easy, or I don't know, and maybe that means I'm weak, but I just go. I just have to do something.
Yeah, so that's where we biggest differ. And that was the biggest struggle with this, because I knew because we didn't have time, we had to hammer this out. Because it was supposed to be done a couple days ago, but it hadn't been. And so we're really on a crunch time. But her was just cleaning and having to do other stuff, so we were just mismatched on that. But we're getting it now, and we're getting a very raw episode today.
Raw. I know.
Raw like a butthole that you have to bleach.
It's just hard. It's hard when you get so quiet. And I know you see flaws in mine, but I think you need to learn to let it out too. I think you just like hold on to it so much and it comes out later.
Yeah, but that's why I want to get the stuff done and then let it come out.
When have you ever let it out?
Well, it depends on the topic. But I focus on getting the task that I'm stressed about done first.
Okay, so what about something that you can't, that's uncontrollable, like...
Then that's where I believe in a very Stoic philosophy. If you can't control something, then you can't spend your time worrying about it, and you got to focus on what you can control. But that's just me. Aren't
you worried about the dog?
Of course, but I can't control what's going to happen to her when she goes in for her tooth surgery tomorrow. I'm sure she'll be fine. It doesn't do me any good to focus negatively on it, so I just try and focus positively. But again, that's why we differ. But this is good because now people can see not only two different ways of how we cope with stress, but how in a relationship we cope with it. And as you can see, it can definitely contrast and clash big time. So, but we get through it. We'll figure it out by the end of tonight, and we'll get through it. So
I just have to get through tomorrow, and then I'll have no more problems.
See? So just one step at a time. You got your cleaning done. Trash was out. Most of what had to get done today is done. Dogs walked.
Except for packing.
Well,
and figuring out what we're going to be doing. I know. And I think too, I'm going to start my period.
Oof. That doesn't help.
And when I haven't been able to work out and I'm going to start my period, it's really bad because I can't get those like endorphins, I can't get the release, so instead I just cry. But yeah, so I'm going to have my fucking period on this trip too, which sucks. half my luggage is gonna be fucking super plus tampons. You know, TSA is gonna be like, oh shit, what's this? A bomb?
Heavy flow.
Yeah, wide set vagina and heavy flow and a bomb ass pussy.
Wow. And just like that, it's turned around. The alcohol must be kicking in.
Oh honey, this is the second glass.
Oh honey. Well, on that note, we will end this more of a somber episode. I'm just picturing people.
Clips.
Oh my god! I don't even think there's gonna be clips for this one. I don't know what clip you pull for this, but I just picture anyone listening in their car, especially if they're not watching, because they can't. I can't. So when I listen to this, I can't imagine how this is gonna sound
It's gonna be sniffles.
when people are listening to it in their car and they're like, "Oh man, Joe and
Joe
come back
likes
from the
this.
wedding. It's gonna be such a great recap. It's gonna be hilarious." And they're just gonna listen. It's just these awkward pauses. You're sniffling and crying. They're just like, "Oh, are we like listening to something we're not supposed to listen to?"
I know.
But
But this is fucking life, okay? I can't be like all up about it all day and ferocious. I mean, I'll always be ferocious, but I have weak moments too.
plus, we already tried doing that 3 times and it didn't work. So
Yeah, I just can't be not what I am in the moment. And maybe that's the fucking lesson, is just be your fucking self, which is what all I always push. But if you're feeling shitty, feel shitty. If you're feeling happy, feel happy. When I'm happy, I'm super over the top, and when I'm sad, maybe I'm crying now, so I guess I go over the top there too. But
one
I don't know.
after the other. But yeah, we will
But
see.
I already feel so much better.
Wow, this was, look at that. This was therapeutic.
Our own therapy.
Our own therapy, talking to an invisible audience. So let us know how you felt. That'd be cool if we got a lot of responses from this, but that's not the point.
Yeah, maybe like eyelash people who want to sponsor me because I look like shit.
They're like, girl, we'll make you look good when you cry.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, bye.
Bye.